Are you the narcissist's stepping stone? In the intimate interaction between narcissist and victim, there are, in effect, two avenues that will result. The first is that you are targeted instinctively or consciously. You start dating the narcissist as an intimate partner secondary source. The narcissist recognizes that you are going to cater to the prime aims particularly well. Love bombing commences, and you become the candidate intimate partner secondary source. Throughout, you're enjoying the golden period. You then become embedded as the intimate partner primary source. Thereafter, you enjoy a golden period continuing as you are the embedded IPPS. Thereafter, devaluation follows, as it always does. You get the sustained devaluation, and during that, there will be respite periods, and you get the roller coaster of up and down, up and down. That relationship will either result in you being disengaged from, if one of the 5 disengagement triggers occurs, or you escape, or neither of those things happen, and the roller coaster carries on until either of the parties dies. That is the standard dynamic which many commentators refer to. The other one, which they don't, is where you are treated to the shelf dynamic, and you are the intimate partner secondary source, or the dirty little secret, or the former intimate partner primary source who is repeatedly hoovered, either just for the purposes of the prime aims, or for the prime aims within getting you back into the formal relationship. So the second avenue is one whereby the narcissist picks you up and puts you down. So you're the intimate partner secondary source of a shelf variety. And you have some involvement into the narcissist's life, but there's no real relationship definition in terms of, am I their boyfriend or girlfriend? You might be a mistress that knows people within the narcissist world. You might be the other man. The dirty little secret, of course, is also treated to that shelf dynamic of being picked up and put down, but they are compartmentalized away from much of the narcissist's life. The former intimate partner primary source is also treated to a shelf dynamic, because the narcissist may well continue to interact with them for the purposes of drawing fuel, asserting control, in essence taking them off the shelf, but there is no resurrection of the formal relationship. Or the formal relationship is resurrected and they become the intimate partner primary source once again. Those are the dynamics which exist when you're the intimate partner of the narcissist, and neither of them results in a happy outcome for you, or, of course, anybody else that finds themselves drawn into the web of the narcissist. However, often people wonder, is it the case that I'm just a stepping stone for the narcissist until they get somebody better? Has the narcissist only come back to me because he can't obtain somebody else? Is the narcissist just keeping me in this shelf position until he finds somebody else? Well, there are two answers to that. First of all, it depends upon which type of narcissist that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with lesser or mid-range narcissists, the unaware ones, they don't actually regard you as a stepping stone. They see you as somebody that they are interacting with who might become something more permanent, and often, of course, they'll future fake you in that regard. They don't regard you as somebody that's in a holding position, pending something better coming along, but rather, because they have no sense of commitment, because they have no emotional empathy, no sense of accountability, they don't see anything wrong with this dynamic. And of course, each time you try to perhaps move things on to a more permanent footing, you threaten the narcissist's control and you'll be fobbed off, often in a benign way. I'm a bit busy right now, but we will get to spending more time with one another. Of course, I think of you as my girlfriend, although, of course, the actions don't actually show that that's the case. Or, I will leave my wife, it's just the children have their examinations, or it's coming up to Christmas, or it's the dog's birthday, or whatever ridiculous excuse is trotted out to prevent losing you, and also to avoid having to depart the intimate partner primary source because that isn't quite ready to happen, if ever at all. And therefore the unaware narcissist doesn't consciously regard you as a stepping stone. You have your own separate and distinct function within the fuel matrix. With regard to a narcissist that is aware, greater, or the ultra, they will regard somebody as a stepping stone. They will see that individual as merely somebody that is being utilized until a better prospect comes along, until there is a better option with regard to finding an alternative to you. Accordingly, with regard to your status as a stepping stone, lesser and mid-range narcissists do not consciously regard you as such. Greater and ultra will do so. But irrespective of how you are viewed, is your treatment that of stepping stone? Where might that occur? Well, if you are an intimate partner, secondary source, are you the stepping stone that the narcissist engages with, pending the removal of the intimate partner primary source through disengagement and the promotion of somebody else, that you are the go-to in the meanwhile? Is it the case where you are a dirty little secret? Are you just a stepping stone, that a plaything for the narcissist to keep occupied, pending somebody better coming along that will form a more effective intimate partner primary source? If you are the former intimate partner primary source, has the narcissist just come back to you until somebody better comes along, and that there is no genuine desire to reconcile with you and to solve the problems? In all of those instances, of course, the individual is being used by the narcissist because that is what narcissists do. And where you are the intimate partner secondary source of a shelf variety, you are just being utilized because although you are an important part of the provision of the prime aims, you're not the most important one. You might go on to become the intimate partner primary source yourself, but if you don't, you are just being used on and off the shelf until such time as an alternative does come along, which the narcissist can then promote to become the intimate partner primary source. And when that happens, you'll be put on the shelf, not necessarily disengaged from, but put on the shelf and kept there. The narcissist may occasionally throw you some comfort crumbs, but there won't be any hanky-panky taking place, because the narcissist will be behaving themselves with the newly embedded intimate partner primary source and will not cheat on them. Of course, that state of affairs won't last forever, and you might find yourself stuck on the shelf for a year or two, and then taken off again, because the intimate partner primary source is in devaluation, and the narcissist picks up the reins of the affair and utilizes you as that stepping stone once again. You may never become the intimate partner primary source, and the narcissist keeps engaging with you while seeking somebody else to replace the intimate partner primary source, and when they come along, the intimate partner primary source is disengaged from, you go back on the shelf, and somebody else becomes promoted. With the dirty little secret, they similarly might be promoted at some point to intimate partner primary source, but again, they will be used in a similar way to that of the intimate partner secondary source of a shelf variety. The narcissist utilizes them as a very good fix for a high-octane injection of fuel, whilst seeking out somebody else generally more acceptable with regard to the provision of the prime aims. And therefore, the dirty little secret becomes shelved when a new intimate partner primary source is embedded, and when that enters devaluation, off the shelf they come again, and the affair, the more sordid, more squirreled away affair, starts once again. With regard to the former intimate partner primary source, when the narcissist returns and reinstates the formal relationship so they become the intimate partner primary source, they are not being used until somebody better comes along, because they have become the intimate partner primary source. However, of course, it's only a matter of time before that individual will be devalued and quite probably disengaged from again. But they are not used in a stepping stone as the way that the intimate partner secondary source or the dirty little secret is. Ultimately, however, any person who sits within the fuel matrix of the narcissist is a stepping stone. Why? Because you're a stepping stone on our way to acquiring the prime aims of control, fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. You are there just to be used for those things. Accordingly, when viewed in that way, everybody is a stepping stone to the narcissist, a means of getting to something else. Whether you're a tertiary, secondary, or primary source, whether you're a non-intimate secondary source friend, a non-intimate tertiary source stranger, whether you're the former intimate partner primary source, whatever position you are in the fuel matrix, you are ultimately a stepping stone for the narcissist to get to the prime aims. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.